When our church was very young, in the early days of our church, we had to move into this rundown building. We started from a Chinese restaurant on Allen Avenue. It was 4 floors up. And we struggled to pay the rent. And had to eventually move out to a rundown mansion. It had been broken. The owner was gone, was dead, and his kids broke down the rooms, added some extra rooms. Beautiful mansion, was now looking really funny. And you had different people renting different rooms there. And they were not happy that the church moved in. So whenever we were doing our praise and worship, they would turn up the volume, on their cassette players and so on, or the radio, just to disturb us. And they had served them notice. They were moving out one by one, Sometimes it wasn't even the music that disturbed us. It was the food. When they were cooking, during the service, and the aroma of the food will waft through the air. There was a day one of our sisters said, "You know what? I knew when they put Maggi in that soup." So I sat down in my office and was thinking, because the church was growing very slowly. Very slowly, not according to the plans that we had made, the targets that we had set. So I was just praying. I was alone in the office, I was praying. I said, "Lord, this does not look like the vision you showed me at all." I said, "If we continue at this pace, it will take us 500 years to get to the fulfillment of what you showed me would happen in my lifetime. What is it? What's going on?" And he led me to a passage of scripture, Isaiah 46, verses 9 to 11. Isaiah 46, 9 to 11. I want to share what he said to me that day. Remember the former things of old? That's amazing. In a sense, he says, forget the former things. This time he says, remember the former things of old, for I am God and there is no other. I am God and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning. And from ancient times, things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Calling a bird of prey from the east, the man who executes my counsel from a far country. Indeed, I have spoken it, I will also bring it to pass. I have proposed it, I will also do it. This is how he explained it to me that day. The first thing I saw from verse 9 was that he was bragging. God was bragging. I am God. I have no competition. Beside me, there is none other. And he said, declaring the end from the beginning. So he said to me, when I tell you where it's going to end, even before you start, it's because there's nobody that can stop me in between. He said, I'm just God. Okay? And he said, saying, my counsel shall stand. I will do all my pleasure. If I've decided to do it, I've decided to do it. Nobody can stop me. And he said, calling a bird of prey from the east. Well, I was reading it from the King James Version then. This was 1996. And in the King James Version, it says the raven. So he said, you remember what you heard about the raven? That it's an ugly bird, that it's so stingy, it does not give its own children food. But I used it to give Elijah food during famine. He said, that's it. He said, when it's my purpose, I can use the stingiest person in this city to give you money. It's me. He said, the man that executes my counsel from a far country. He said, if the people around you will not cooperate to get this job done, I will import people to do it. If people in Lagos get so angry with you, they don't want to show up on Sunday morning, he said, I'll bring people from outside Lagos to attend service on Sunday. He said, I'm God. Just take all the limits of your mind. I'm God. verse 11. Indeed, I have spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I have proposed it. I will also do it. So he said to me, can you see the eyes in that verse? I said, yeah. So I took my pen and circled the eyes. 4, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So he said, did you observe that you don't even show up in that verse? I said, oh. He said, yeah. If I spoke it, I will do it. He said, if I wrote there, I have spoken it, you will do it. He said, I'll kill you. He said, because you don't have the capacity to do what I want to do. If I spoke it, it will take me to do it. So please get out of my way. So I just want to say to someone here today, let go and let God. Get out of God's way.